Roman's over because Roman's cool.
Because he has
Brock
an aura.
is over because Brock is cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, bro, the guy running the company is not cool.
Here's the thing. I think there's always a believable Rocky story in every writer's back pocket.
There is. Yeah.
I think you can book that. I think you can book a guy going to fly now. I think in every back pocket of a writer, there's that Rocky type of story, and that's why I think Daniel Bryan worked, honestly.
But Chris, the numbers went down. It didn't work.
Well,
okay, when you say
that's giving to the bubble, though. Vince.
Give me the context to how it worked when he was champion. The numbers went down.
Again,
how did that work?
To the bubble, to giving back to the bubble, I think it worked. However, here's the thing, Vince. There's not going. They've brought in Tyson Fury. They brought in.
I'm not saying they should bring anybody in. I never said that.
No. I'm not saying. No, here's my point. As far as the bubble, they try to go outside the bubble by bringing in people to have that celebrity rub. From a journalistic standpoint, they brought in Fury. They brought in What's the MMA's guy's name who went against Brock? Velasquez. Yeah. So and Cain Velasquez, and so they brought in a bunch of people that for those big shows that didn't do anything. I mean, it didn't do anything. So
I'm not suggesting that though, Chris.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, if we're talking about Daniel Bryan, it made the ratings. It didn't help the ratings. That's because the story was captivating going into the WrestleMania, but at the same time it didn't sustain. Like there's no sustenance when it comes to these cool wrestling stories. And the thing is, there's no kind of when you rub the shockers and you do some shock treatment, there's nothing that's really and you and I, Vince, we recently talked about another show what could be done to cause that shock again, to reset and boost numbers. But the people outside of the bubble won't know anything within the bubble if the bubble keeps doing these stuff.
I agree with that.
If you use that celebrity rub to get people to open the door a little bit, to bring some people in, like a Knoxville, I think that does potentially give a rub to whoever Knoxville's working with, because I bet you a ton of Knoxville followers don't give a lick about, don't care about wrestling. And so you just added all of that, that backing to a wrestling program. So if you do a Sami Zayn reaches back out to Knoxville and something like that, I do think that would elicit more followers coming from Knoxville.
But Chris, we just proved that, bro. They had Bad Bunny, who's 50 times the following that a Johnny Knoxville has today.
Yeah.
Okay, that equates. I'm sorry, EC. I'll just say that equates to 1.3 this past Friday. It did nothing. It did nothing.
Oh, that was a year and a half ago.
But still, it did nothing. Okay, if he brought all his people over, where are they?
They're not going to stay because, to my point, they don't. Again, the sustenance. Right. They don't do anything to keep them.
Yeah, that's my point. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's almost like they need some sort of transcendent star, the ability to speak, great looking, presentable physique, probably pretty jacked.
Putting yourself over.
Tan, nice beard growing in, good haircut, able to speak publicly, able to speak on a lot of different subjects because he's well educated, hell of an athlete, hell of a guy, good person, gives to charity, gives to, walks his mom across the street, and, super talented and super over when given the opportunity. It's almost like they need somebody like that can actually do that. It's not completely insane from wrestling bubble nonsense forever. And I don't know who that would be, me, but oh well. I'll be with the Wrestling Outlaws instead.
There you go. By the way, first quarter numbers were slightly higher than post-Mania numbers. May did good. No, I think they were still doing the Bad Bunny gimmick a little bit after that, but it started to go down, and then toward the summer, leading up to SummerSlam, it went back up.
I have a barber. Nice kid owns a shop here down the street in Winter Garden, Florida. Knows what I do, knows who I am. I go in there and I see him, and he's like, "Dude, Bad Bunny." I'm like, "What about it?" He's like, "He's on Raw, man." And I'm like, "I don't care." He's like, because I'm listening to the music. I'm like, "This sucks." But he's showing me clips of Bad Bunny. Did you see him do this? And he's like doing the moves. Did you see this? Did you see this? And I'm like, all right, here's a social experiment. And like, this dude likes wrestling. He doesn't love it. He's a casual. He likes it. Show me Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. I'm like, did you watch the week after he was gone? Like, no. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. It didn't really interest me.
Yeah.
So, how do you keep those people once if you do have the attention, to start to grab them? The first thing is you don't have a 3-hour show where they want to watch one or two,
right.
maybe 3 things they can invest their time in, and then you got 3 hours, and I'm like flicking back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put on Netflix and play on my phone because I am the 97% of world population.
I think you give a rub to someone who can like write him off. Like, for instance, he was teaming up with Priest at that time. I think if Priest did like a ridiculous, just rude, diabolical turn on Bad Bunny, that would give Priest a rub for people to come back the next week to see whoa, he just beat up Priest. Priest just beat up Bad Bunny. I think that would intrigue him.
And then I think when you deal with high-level celebs that are, complete narcissists at that point, like what has Bad Bunny done besides have a couple hit songs? He's probably coddled too, given everything. Hey, talented, he made it, good for him. But then the way out, they can never give on the way out.
Yes.
So he ever gets over.
Exactly.
Bad Bunny can't do the job on the way out. No, like Bad Bunny's got this show in 2 weeks. He can't be beaten up now. And you're like, well, I got to do what I got to do with Bad Bunny. Like Tyson Fury's a heavyweight champion boxer. He can't go to Saudi and lose to the guy who wants boxer,
Exactly.
So you're just put yourself in a terrible position where you just have an off match with a bad finish and nobody gets over, and then that makes casual people tune off. Like
exactly.
What happened? Like Mike Tyson would have been cool in this spot. Whoever thought of that was real smart.
I wonder who. Oh, there you go.
Or you're talking about. Here's what's missing, guys. You could bring in Bad Bunny. You could bring in Johnny Knoxville. You could dig up Rodney Dangerfield and bring him back.
I would watch that.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, guys. And this is why Sami Zayn does not work to a casual fan. What you're talking about here, bro, is you could bring in all the Bad Bunnies in the world. It's not going to give the WWE the cool factor.
No.
The WWE is uncool, bro. Sami Zayn is not cool. He is funny. Why do you think Roman's over? Roman's over because Roman's cool.
Because he has
Brock
an aura.
is over because Brock is cool.
Yeah.
Cool is over.
It's the it factors, the intangibles.
Yes, as a company, they are not cool. And that goes back to, unfortunately, bro, the guy running the company is not cool. That's really what it comes down to, bro. They're not cool. So no matter how
cool,
who
is?
Triple H is cool.
No, he's not, bro. He's
kind of cool.
He's not a cool hip.
I don't know.
Funny thing, he does have he'll when he does a good locker room speech, he does throwing his jokes, and then there are so many yes men that are like, oh yeah, right. And I'm like, you guys are losers. Like that was kind of funny, but it wasn't guffaw hilarity.
I bet you if you asked him like, what did he say? I don't know.
Good one, boss.
Right.
For the record, too, whoever takes choice quotes after I say some amazing things about the talent of Sami Zayn and how great he is, and his facials and the way he can tell a story. And in the bubble, a moment for him would be very, very big. In the bubble, not outside of it. Vince is absolutely right. But at the same time, what I said about Adam Cole, I could rip his arms off and beat him to death because nobody can stand up to me in a fight ever. Nobody. And I'm a pro wrestler and I like to talk. Okay, so take that out of context. Try to get me canceled by you vicious monster loser. You dork. You loser, idiot, dorks. You so lame. You have not been right about anything in the past 6 years. Goodbye.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I think next time you're in Ohio East, we need to do a collar and elbow. You and I, man. Just get ready. Yeah, there you go. It's collar and elbow, man.
You know what? You lock up with me, I'll know how you can work, brother. I'll know right away.
All right, there we go.
Guys,
I used to amateur wrestle. Legit. I used to amateur wrestle. Yeah. I don't. As far as the pro stuff, man, you're gonna have to teach me. But I can shoot take you down for sure.